So I was just gonna shoot this video talking about how annoying niggers are, but when I was going home, there was a fucking dirty Indian who overdosed that I had to walk over to get to my central downtown condo. I swear to God, dude, like, the fucking Indians will not give the white man a day of peace. Oh my God, did you see how many white people were around him? There must have been like 6 or 7. What the white man is willing to do for these dirty Indians. We colonize them. It's not a matter of reconciliation. It wasn't a personal decision. We wanted the resources in the ground, so we took them. And then now we have to waste our time with our healthcare system supporting the rehab process of this overdose. What should have happened is the overdose led to a death. One less potential Indian screaming white injustice. Capitalism promotes psychopathy. There's nothing you can do if a psychopath wants to kill you. There's no amount of martial arts you could learn. There's no amount of I don't know. The only thing you have are your words. And so do not allow them to be stifled. Calling black people niggers is a good thing. Calling them jigaboos is a good thing. Calling the Chinese chinks, calling the Japanese Japs, calling Arabs Arabs. You need to liberate yourself from identity politics, because that's what's allowing the victim-based culture to weaponize you so that you police yourself and others, such that you tolerate the patriarchal project, which is to establish multi-generational trauma where through institutionalized patriarchy that results in money being worshipped, where greed is worshipped, to exist. It is extremely dangerous in our society that you cannot tell a black person that they are a nigger. The problem with black people is that they're very physically aggressive. It's just a genetic element of not being civilized. Totally okay. So when you get a civilized person who knows how to use their words, it's completely inappropriate that the consequence of straight up jigabooing a jigaboo is possible. I shouldn't be scared to tell a troublemaking black person, stop it. You're literally playing into the game that was designed to keep you and your 10 siblings on welfare. What you have to do is, instead of punch down literally onto the white man, me in this instance, you punch up towards the patriarchal through the patriarchal the weakness in the patriarchal structure, just that patriarchy is built off of the feelings of insecurity towards women, which results in fear-based responses that choke out everybody instead of specifically only choking out people who are practicing victimhood, that of religiously organized communities such as the Jews, the Catholics, and the Muslims. If a psychopath, and yeah, I'm getting back to this, if a psychopath is after you, the only thing you can do is use your words. And so liberate your mind from the fear-based tactics of self-censoring. It's really not okay that you can't call a black person a nigger. The moment that you set yourself free from that, you're literally gonna start thinking. It, like, just straight up, you're going to start thinking. And what you're gonna realize is that you actually don't have a problem with jigaboos. You have a problem with people who practice victimhood, who prioritize their own community instead of the collective identity. Oh yeah, what about the Jews? Anti-Semitism? Dude, such bullshit. The potential for you to rationally examine the world and do something about it is what every toxic patriarch is scared of. Because the moment you do that, you're essentially just going to realize you want to have a wife and kids, and are willing to die for them, in which case you're willing to create boundaries that don't support your own victimhood. Like, you're gonna be totally okay living in a community of other people who look like you. There's not gonna be this question of multiculturalism. Like, specifically, I want a white Canada. I want a white pagan preventative healthcare Canada. There's nothing wrong with that. The Jews specifically, and their Jewish intellectualism, making the academic institutions toxic, are really fucking annoying. They have such an internalized hatred towards themselves that they just can't be white people. They look kind of white, but they're so fucking ugly. They use their intellectual ability to justify in front of us, in front of pagans, the idea that God exists. Shut the fuck up. Go look at the fucking star system. Constellations are just as reasonable of an idea to define a life and a hereditary and legacy strategy. Looking at a woman, her ability to breastfeed, her ability to have children, immediately there's no patriarchal hierarchy. It's a communion between you and your wife. Everything's physical. You can point at it way better than the idea of an invisible guiding light. The guiding light in your life as a pagan is supposed to be the divine feminine in your wife that you're able to connect to through your divine masculine. For you to have a divine masculine, you have to straight up be doing things that are based in like real world accomplishment, because you recognize your genetic history. You recognize your genetic the process in which your genes signal to your brain that good things are happening, which takes work, physical work, which Jews are not good at. They're very physically weak. Rent seeking, bro, it's actually not easy to pick up a paycheck from a single mom. because she might attack you, especially if she's colored. But it's a lot easier than going to the construction site and doing an honest day's labor. I use cast iron, and like after you are done eating, you have to coat it in some sort of oil, and I use coconut oil, and then every day and I can see it right now, I with my finger write or create a swastika, and so I'm cleansing my place of Jewish intellectualism, Jewish victimhood, the Jews in general. I'm willing to entertain relationships with niggers. It's totally okay. Jigaboos make good music. Jazz, I love that shit. I was listening to a song today by that Jigaboo, The Weeknd. He was talking about having a really nice McLaren sports car. I love McLaren. He said something very, very, very Jigaboo. It was like Bragg Pitt, like it was the Starboy song, something about Bragg Pitt. What a stupid lyric. What a stupid fucking lyric. But he talked about how his main bitch is really hot, and then his side bitch is really hot, and he's probably talking to like some woman, and I'm like, damn, talking to women like that must feel good. And so this Jigaboo's singing about it, and I'm trying to actually do it. I'm actually trying to do work, but then the blacks are only interested in the appearance of labor, which is so sad. They learned it from the Jews. So I just shot what you saw, and I had gone to my room, and it occurred to me, like, why am I getting mad at niggers? Besides how annoying them and the Indians are, it's because someone has to be okay with speaking up for the majority of Western civilization. It's annoying having colored immigrants, period. They're really ugly in white countries. I'm Polish. Poland is doing an excellent job of establishing boundaries whereby colored people know to what extent they're welcome, which is marginally. Just that in Canada, we love to fuck around with the Indians. It really needs to be said. Multiculturalism is demonic. It's a completely worthless pursuit to create a strategy for world building under healthy circumstances. It's literally a consequence of internalized hatred, internalized misogyny of the Jews onto the rest of the world. The idea of a patriarch in the sky is a delusion. Why the fuck do you need a patriarch in the sky when you have a beautiful wife right there that like you can worship? And like worship includes fucking.